Hello. How are we doing today, Alberto?
Hey, nice to meet you, Tony.
And
I'm
you.
doing great.
I can't believe you're allowing cameras in this super secret place. I'm super excited for the audience to see what's going on.
First of all, welcome to the south part of Switzerland, Ticino, and welcome to our technology center, Mikron Tool Technology Center, of course.
Yeah, super excited to be here.
You are here where we do, my team and I, the magic, or better said, the crazy stuff.
And I hear you are the crazy genius behind a lot of this.
Not just me. It's a really teamwork, but I'm so proud to lead this group, yes.
Yeah, well, you have to have a crazy team to make crazy products like you do.
Of course.
And you even named it Crazy Drills to go along with it. What are we going to start with today?
Yeah,
because I know the audience wants to see some behind the scenes working.
We'll do a little bit show, crazy stuff, crazy machining. What we do here is we develop all manufacturing solutions that we can deliver to our customers. We develop crazy tools, cutting tools, of course, specific for tough materials, tough applications, but also we develop complete machining processes, which can also be implemented by our customers.
In a previous lifetime, I had the great opportunity to work with some of your tools, and I was drilling titanium and about, I want to say 0.25 millimeter. And everyone says, you must peck. You're going 50,000 RPM. And I gave my friends a Crazy Drill, you guys a call, and I was like, hey, I have a problem. Can you help me? And sure enough, we plowed right through it, through titanium. My mind was blown, and I knew when you guys gave MTDCNC a call in partnership with RegoFix, I was like, oh, my mind was blown and super excited to be here. Do you have any examples like that?
Yeah, of course. So first of all, problem solving, it's really our daily bread and butter. So we deal constantly with highly difficult requirements from a customer. We have right now drilling in stainless steel, 316L deep drilling, and we can show this. We have specific developed crazy drill cool for stainless steel.
Wow.
With specific design of the cooling channel. We could improve the coolant flow by 4 times. This allows us to increase the cutting speed significantly, the feed rate. So our customer has now a very efficient process in drilling.
Have you ever heard the saying, seeing is believing?
Yeah.
Can we take a look? Did you set something up for us today on the machine to see this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh
That's ready. That's ready for you.
Let's invite the audience in to take a look. Let's see. Is this going to plow through that material?
Yeah, of course. We are not packing. It's a one-shot drilling. And we have 250 surface feet per minute. And we have 20 inch per minute on feed rate.
Alberto, are you like me in the sense that something like this, 1, I get chill bumps, and 2, I find it so sexy. Do you find machining sexy?
Yeah, of course. We find really sexy also tough challenges. We love to machine tough materials. Of course, sometimes it's an headache, of course, but we challenge ourselves, and we love that customers challenge ourselves so that we can develop crazy tools.
Well, you're a genius along with your team, of course. Let's not leave them out, but you're a genius that helps create ideas and concepts that have traditionally been done in other ways. And this drill is so long that I would kind of relate it to the gun drilling that I used to see. Is that traditional?
Yeah, actually the request was to have something different, a really game changer related to gun drilling. So the idea, okay, let's consider again this process and develop something totally new, having massive coolant flow and a cutting edge design. This allows us to have short chips and a perfect chip evacuation. For example, that's all the chips that we can have on those materials, which was not the case before the development of this tool. It was long chip, was high heat generation, so was really a headache for the majority of our customers.
Alberto, I'm going to tell you a little secret about me, that when I walk around machine shops, I look in chip bins all the time just to see the answers to some of my questions.
Correct.
You can learn so much from a chip, can't you?
Absolutely. The color, the shape, the size tells you a lot about how efficient is your process.
Well, it looks like we have a whole, I'm going to pull out my Aladdin, magic carpet ride. It looks like we have a whole new world over here as well.
Yeah, of course.
Do you have some more setups for us to look at?
as I told you, besides developing cutting tools, we are more and more involved in designing and developing complete machining processes. So, for example, we offer our customers to develop their machining process. For example, here we have a medical part, a titanium medical part, which is so-called anterior cervical plate, and it's used for spine surgery. And for our customer, we have developed the complete machining process, of course, including dedicated cutting tool solution. So we can have a look at how we proceed in such a project. Of course, we start by analyzing by CAM simulation, and we can start with the CAM simulation, which allow us to design the strategy, the machining strategy, and to design the process. And then we go to the design of cutting tools, specific cutting tools, to improve the process of the machining of the part. For example, the majority of the milling time was dedicated to the finishing process. So to significantly reduce this finishing time and the overall machining time, we developed dedicated solution, for example, profile mills that allow us in few seconds to generate a very nice shape with an extremely accurate surface finishing. We could improve the surface finishing from 0.4 micron RA value to 0.15. That's mean from 16 to 6 micro inch, and we reduced the machining time by 85% in finishing. The overall manufacturing time we could reduce by 40% from 15 minutes to 9 minutes. That's a really game changer for our customer. They can produce more with the same machine, or they can increase their annual volume significantly, reducing the manufacturing cost. Even if it's medical, the pressure on cost, it's high, even on medical, not only on automotive parts, for example.
Alberto, the way you describe this, it seems to me that although we've walked into Mikron Tools and you've described and shown off some of your amazing cutting tools already, it almost seems like you're a solutions provider that receives a request from a client that's having a problem.
Yeah.
And you go, we're gonna figure out a solution for you. And although you're making tools are maybe the second or third supporting aspect to creating the solution for that partner. Is that what it is? It feels this
Connie,
way.
you are absolutely right. Yes, of course. If we want to significantly improve our machining process, we need to consider all elements in the process. The machine, the tools, of course, the cutting tools, of course, the tool holders, the coolant, the programs, the strategies we apply. Only if we consider all elements in a holistic way, we can really improve processes that are used for decades. And people say we did in the same way since the last 10 years, how can you improve this? And the crazy is that we normally start to think out of the box. Let's say, okay, let's try something new. Let's try new cutting tool solution. Let's try a new strategy. Even, of course, in consideration with the machining requirements for the customers and all boundary conditions. We need to consider what the customer wants to use, of course. But beside that, we are really sometimes really crazy, and we jump from one idea to the other one, and then we mix all together and then provide in a solution in a complete solution to our customer. Let's have a look of the machining. Yeah, you can start the machining. That's really real life. This is titanium grade 2, low profile clamping, and we start, you see, with the roughing operation. We have coolant through the our tools. So we have also by milling really high effective flow of coolant. If it is titanium and the coolant right now is oil, you see we have the flow which allow us very high cutting speed. We have no risk of overheating of the cutting edges, no overheating of the part. And for example, even in drilling operation in titanium, such a thin part, our customer had a problem that in drilling, you have a high risk because of the feed force of the drills to displace or deform the part. So we developed a new cutting tool, a new drill specifically designed for titanium to reduce the feed force to allow us to drill thin wall parts like an orthopedic plate. And that's also a new approach, considering all aspects, considering all requirements of the process. Right now, here we have our convex mill. So you see, now we are finishing the surface in just a couple of paths instead of use copy milling by ball mill, which was about 3 times more time. And you see, this is a very compact machine, a small spindle, but you are able to apply a large tool because also the cutting strategies are, let's say, tailored to the machine size.
Alberto, they warned me I was going to walk into something crazy.
Yeah,
and you have proven that to be true.
I hope
now,
that we can show to you and to your audience that, of course, reconsidering processes and taking the time and really thinking sometimes out of the box may be a dramatic advantage for customers.
Yeah, there's so many thoughts that are going through my head as you're describing, and I didn't want to interrupt you at all, but one of my least favorite sayings in the whole wide world is, we've always done it that way. It is one of the more frustrating things. That is not how we succeed. We must embrace companies like Mikron, like you guys, and say there are possibilities out there. I mean, so beyond frustrating. And I know we're gonna go to the measuring area over here.
Yeah,
and the other thing I want to bring up, Alberto, on the way to the measuring area is I'm actually walking around with a cracked rib right now. So thank you for working on the medical stuff for us, because as my knees and ankles get worse and worse, I'm gonna need you in my life.
Hopefully not, hopefully not. Of course, here we have a bunch of examples. For example, knees implants, shoulder implants. We have hips implant, and that's the major, let's say, high runner for orthopedic companies. And of course, we need replacements. We need space parts in our bodies. People do a lot of sport. People get older and older. We need those kind. And for us, it's really a nice challenge to improve these machining processes.
Yeah, thank you for doing that. These are all things I believe are going to be my body very soon. I might be the next Iron Man, next Bionic Man.
Maybe
without all the cool weapons, though.
We can make it a new Avengers.
I like that. Anything you want to describe on this before we slide over to our
one
next
of my
area?
people doing this for us.
Oh my gosh, and what's his name?
Marco.
Marco, thank you so much for being here, my friend.
Okay, let's have a look. Of course, what we do for our customer, we need to check if we can achieve the quality in the precision of the part, the surface quality. So that's, of course, customer want to improve the machining process by the same quality of the part or improve the quality of the parts, of course. That's our goal. So by CMM, of course, we need to check all critical features of the parts according to the requirements, and so that we can deliver a pre-validated process, even for medical companies. What we do, of course, is not the final validation. This will be done at customer side, but we do a pre-validation of the process. We can check the process consistencies. It's not just one-time process. It's a multiple-time process what we test. So we do normally several tens of parts, so that we can evaluate the process consistency along several hours, machining hours.
I'm impressed, my friend. This tour has been incredible. I know there's so much more to show off here.
Of course.
You have, I believe, several of your colleagues that are going to continue to show us other areas of Mikron Tool.
Absolutely. Because here is actually the final of the process.
Are we going in reverse?
Yeah, we go reverse, of course. We go where we use the tools, and now we go to see how we do the tools, the crazy tools that are so efficient and high performing in the most of challenging applications.
So since we're going in reverse, you may not have noticed, but maybe I should put these back as well.
All
right, my friends, let's head off to the next area.
Okay. Hey, Tony,
Yeah.
what are you doing here?
Are we here to get snacks?
No, let's go see the production. You have to learn about our
production! Oh, I would love to. There's a whole lot of beautiful blue machines here. But I thought we were here to get snacks. No? Later. Okay.
No.
So production and people, I think, are really important to Crazy Tool, right?
So, I show you our crazy tools, and now you have to learn how we do this. Extremely high-performing cutting tools, high quality, of course. So we need to do this product. We need really state-of-the-art grinding machine. We need the right grinding wheel. We need the right programming. But all of this, it's useless without the high-skilled people.
That's a fact.
And when we hire people, even if they have already a really good experience, it takes 2 years to get to the level that they can do the high complicated cutting tools.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a really long journey for people to be able to approach, let's say, the craziest cutting tools we do, of course.
We're repeating that word a lot, aren't we? That crazy word.
Yeah, a lot. We invest a lot in training, of course. We invest a lot in machinery, but we need to join, to merge this together. And so that we can achieve the highest level of precision and quality.
We've used the word crazy a lot. You mentioned the investment of people. You said the year of 2 years of training. How do you find people of this level? How do you make sure? I mean, you're making tools that no one else on this planet has even maybe considered making. What is the process of making sure that everyone is on the same page when it comes to this crazy?
Of course, we have different training on the job programs for operators, for young engineers. They have an initial contract. For example, for young engineers, 18-month program, and they see the complete production, the complete company actually. And they have also for young engineer, we have 6 months in our location in Germany or in the US. So they have also an experience outside the company. And that's for us really significant. It's the only way to find people, but also to have people that remain with the company for a long time.
Yeah,
that's the key factor.
It's not easy these days, and to hear you invest in your people, I want to expand on that a little bit, if it's okay with you, Alberto.
Yeah,
now, we've had that discussion where your client is super important. You're providing a service to help them resolve an issue. The tooling is obviously important. You're making tooling. We see machines all over the place. I mean, I can't count them, but it feels like there's hundreds in here, right?
Yeah, about that.
About hundreds, right? So, correct. So in knowing that you have invested so much in the people you're trying to serve, I can only imagine the smiles and the people that you're working with on a daily basis. Can you describe to me what the organization itself has created for all of the amazing people here, the relationship?
Yeah, of course, people here, it's not just an operator. They need really to understand the cutting tools. All level of people you see here. We want the people to be part of the success also. So they need to know our cutting tools, how they behave, how the performance, the importance of every single micro feature of the cutting tool. It's not just giving an order, a production order to people and say, do it. Now, we train the people to our tools to understand the specific, the features, the performance. And they need also to manage all this high technology machinery and equipment, of course. So the people here, it's not just loading, unloading parts, not at all. They are really highly skilled people, highly skilled technicians.
It takes a great leadership to be able to do that.
Absolutely, it takes leadership, but it takes also the right, let's say, environment as a company.
For sure.
People, we want people who loves to come here. Monday morning, it's tough, but if people doesn't want to come here on Monday morning, something is wrong.
Alberto, you made me think of something, and I have to bring this up to you because you mentioned want to come to work. And there is a conversation worldwide right now about how do we get people to want to be here. Correct. When I look here, I see clean floors.
Yeah.
I see smiling faces. I see cleanliness around all of these workstations. And I see cleanliness in the air as well from investing in that.
Absolutely.
Every piece is something that I won't say I yell at the audience sometimes, but I certainly in a very strong voice go, we need these pieces of the puzzle to keep people happy and bring them to manufacturing. Absolutely. You have it all here.
Especially young people in manufacturing, you need to provide high technology, high level of equipment, modern equipment, and an environment which it's clean and also, let's say, relaxed in a meaning that it's not stressed. Yeah. Of course, people need to perform a lot, but in the right way.
Modern equipment. I left that out. All right. It looks like you have a tool in your hand.
Yeah.
Would you like to describe?
That's one of the tools we saw in action.
Oh, okay.
It's our crazy drill cool titanium, specifically designed to drill titanium and titanium alloys. So of course, those machines are able to provide this kind of high technology tool with really micro feature. All features you see inside. Unfortunately, I could not show you the technical drawings because are covered by confidentiality. But there are a lot. I can tell you, there are a lot of micro features on such a tool, which it's not.
I have some money here. Are you sure I can't pay you to see some of that?
I will be immediately fired. No, there are a lot of features that people need to understand and control, of course. And to control all these micro features, and for example, very important, it's the profile of the flutes and the surface finishing of the flutes. Only with accurate profile and extremely polished flutes, we have a perfect chip evacuation in drilling, and especially in tough material like titanium. So we need to control this, and we have really state-of-the-art digital scanning equipment like this one. With this equipment, our operators, not engineers, also operators, they need to use this, they have to use this, and to learn how to use this. It's a several $100,000 value. Whew. And with this equipment, we can scan the profile of the flute, check the profile accuracy, and check also the surface finishing, so that we can check if the value that it's indicated in our drawing is correct, and maintain overall several hundred pieces produced. So you see, maybe people see here a quite low level of automation.
Okay.
Machines are loaded and loaded by robot, but beside that, we see people.
Sure.
And that's how we maintain this really extremely high precision and quality. We need people to manage this equipment, to control this, to do the fine-tuning. The fine-tuning that allows us to reach this high goal, this high result. It's not made by artificial intelligence, it's not made by the machine itself, it's made by the people.
Clever. You know, we started this conversation off with people and production, and we ended with people and production.
Of course.
We're now looking at over like hundreds of $1,000 machine. I have to see how this is all designed. Okay. Is that possible?
Absolutely. Let's go upstairs to the technical department. There are crazy people also there.
How we doing, Matteo?
Hi, Tony.
I apologize for bumping into you, but I was talking with Alberto, and we're doing everything in reverse today. Okay. We're going from the end of the process to the beginning of the process, so I thought it might be fun to do my bad Michael Jackson moonwalk to bump into you. What are you working on?
We are here. We are in the technical engineering team. We are basically what we do is to take all the requests from customer, and we are providing a custom solution to their need. So we have an expert team that is working daily to provide solution, and we are choosing material, coating, define cutting geometries, and the shape of the tool itself, and the process that we have to use to produce the workpiece. And at the end, we are providing a solution to the customer. So a drawing and all the necessary stuff that you need to know to then place the order.
So what I'm learning is you're the brains of the operation. Is this what you're telling me? You don't want to say it, do you?
No,
you don't want to get yourself in trouble with all the other amazing people here. But what a great concept to know that this is how it's all put together, because I had the great privilege to see kind of the R&D center and where they're running all the testing, the production, all about the people and coming together to make sure they're educated enough after a 2-year process to be able to run these machines, and then stepping a little bit more in reverse as I bumped into you to see how it's all designed. How long have you been doing this?
I'm doing for 15 years now.
Wow.
Yes.
That's incredible.
Yes.
And then once you're done here, where does it go from here?
Here, what we are doing, we are, we provide all the sketch, and then we are preparing for the programming team that they have to transform our request simulation. We are giving production to produce the tools.
Don't worry, I won't tell anyone that you're the brains of the operation. We're not just recording for the whole world or anything. Don't worry, your secret is safe with me. I think Ricardo's over here waiting for us as well, right?
For sure, he can explain better than me what they are doing.
Impossible. You've done an amazing job, Mateo. I thank you so much for your time. We'll see you again soon. Ricardo, how are you, my friend? So good to see you.
So good. How are you?
So, Mateo was bragging about you. He said he was the brains of the operation. But over here, he didn't really say that, did he, guys? No, he didn't. I said it for him. But over here, you're doing the designing, right? Can you tell me a little bit more about what you're working on?
So, I'm gonna tell you, I just received a crazy design from Mattia's team. We are doing this complex geometry end mill for an application for the technology center, and right here what we do is simulate the process of grinding before the actual grinding happens. So I can simulate everything concerning the grinding, like the wheel, the wheel pack, the machine fixture, all the geometries, and just like that I can simulate a complete tool. Beautiful. There is a lot of details that go into this, like the wheel shape. You need to know about the machine kinematics. Really, a lot to do.
Ricardo, I have a secret to tell you. So we're doing this entire video in reverse, which means I've already seen the future. Which means I know that this tool works down in your production and in your R&D. So good job. You're already doing amazing things.
Thank you.
Of course. All right, my friends, we're now going to head over and see what these micro tools look like. And it's already been a crazy adventure, obviously in reverse. And we're really enjoying ourselves today. These guys have all been brave enough to share their stories, hop on camera, and explain to us something that we've never had cameras on before. So how exciting. Now let's head over and meet Alberto again for our final area. We've made it to the micro tool world. I'm back with my buddy Alberto here, and I don't have any bad dad jokes to start this scene off with like some of the other scenes. We're really just gonna get into it, starting with this piece that's in your hand, aren't we?
Again, looking at our bone plates, our anterior cervical plate for spine operation, we have a lot of really tiny feature on these parts. So we need also micro tools to machine this. For example, this small recession here for the locks are done by a 4 flutes 0.4 millimeters mill.
Ooh.
And here we are in the department where micro tools are made. The largest one done here are 1 millimeter in size, and we go down to 0.1 millimeters, 4 tau inches.
That's incredible. Okay, I used the wrong word here. I've already learned. That's crazy.
That's not incredible, that's crazy, right?
That's right.
And so here we have dedicated grinding machine. There are specific developed to do micro tools. They have, you see, we have in a separate building, a separate area, and they have hydrostatic access to move really smooth, because it's not only the size of the tool, but also the quality surface on small tools. We need really to work as smooth as possible. And for that reason, we need also not only machine, but also the grinding wheels we are using. They have grain size, diamond grain size, smaller than 5 micron.
It's fascinating.
Because otherwise we had the grounded surface to be too rough for the tool, which has a negative impact on the tool stiffness and on the tool resistance.
Going through production with you, you emphasize the importance of people. Going through production with you, you emphasize the importance of quality and the training that goes into it. Talking with Mateo, he claimed he was the brains of the operation, but we're stepping in here, and I can imagine these people are pretty high quality as well.
Absolutely.
What goes into this?
In this department, only really the highest skilled people come here. It's not just people hired yesterday coming here and trying to do micro tools.
Couldn't imagine trying to.
Absolutely. It will be an headache for them, it will be terrible for us. But of course, after a long training and a long journey in the company, the best people come here to do micro tools. Because of course, they need to manage absolutely in a perfect way the machine, but also the equipment. To check the quality, the precision of those parts, need really also dedicated equipment. Considering the long journey, we need to have young people here. And so that we can have a continuous, I can afford to have a 65-year-old people or man here, the only one capable to do micro tools.
Right.
When he will retire, we will...
And then lose all that information.
Correct. So we need to have continuous young people beside more experienced people. I would say not old, but people with higher experience together in a team so that they both grow. One in teaching, one in learning, and that's the key result.
Yeah, I would make the
result.
discussion that the whole world of manufacturing wants that, but you figured out how to do it. And that is, okay, I'm gonna do it again. I apologize. That is crazy! And we are doing crazy tools, so I have to emphasize that.
So,
all right, let's finish up here, my friend.
So the 4-flute mills I told you to do this part, a feature of this part. So here we have this bolt tool, and it's 0.4 millimeter, 4 flutes. This is already coated, and the people need to measure the features of these tools by the digital microscope. We have 2,500 magnification degrees on those optical microscopes.
I am thoroughly impressed from start to finish. Your team, your colleagues, your growth, your expansion, your investment in technology, your investment in people and service. I mean, thank you so much for offering us this tour. Thank you so much for opening your doors to camera and truly taking the time to share with the audience the perfection and the crazy that goes into Mikron Tools.
We are really proud to be here, to work for Mikron Tool and to serve our customers. It may be a bone plate, a titanium bone plate, an aerospace blade, turbine blade in super alloy, a watch case in stainless steel. We are really proud to serve our customer in high-hand cutting solutions.
Well, with our millions of watchers around the world, if you're paying attention right now, if you've made it to the end, which I hope you have, and this video is very much worth your time and you're with us right now, reach out. If you're having an issue, a struggle, there's harder materials, reach out. This guy is a true expert. His team are true experts, here to make sure that they're not just selling you tools, but selling you success, being a part of your success, not just for today, but for tomorrow as well. Thank you so much one more time, and thank you all for watching. We truly appreciate it.
Thank you to you, Tony. Thank you to the audience.
Maybe you're crazy. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe we're crazy.